Okay, we're back here with Velvet, 7-year-old grade Arab I've got for sale. So anyway, hopefully you've seen some of the groundwork that we've done, the other clips, and I showed you how you can just ask her and she'll just side pass right over to you and pick you up off of a stump, a step, a trailer fender, doesn't matter, a stump, a bump on the ground if you need a little bit more lift to get on her. You know, she's only 14.2, 14.3, so she's not real big anyway, but if you need to for some reason, you've got that option. So we're going to go ahead and get on and just go through some riding stuff and show you a little bit of riding softness and her stop and her backups, and she can pick up. You can tell her, you know, your leads. She'll pick up leads when you ask for it. And so we'll just go through some stuff here. She doesn't have much for withers, which most Arabs don't, at least all the ones I've dealt with. So it's kind of, you got to have her cinched up pretty good. She's kind of rolly here, you know, staying in the middle of her there, but you can do it just depending on your saddle fit and stuff. So anyway, I asked her for soft right there. That was just really light. I'll ask her for soft right here. So right now I've got the shank bit in her for one hand, and you can go like show, you know, with your finger in between. I kind of cross over when I'm teaching and schooling and riding, so if I need to help her, if she's not being soft or she's not coming, if I need to, I'll go ahead and then I can easily grab with that second hand and make a correction if I need it to help her, okay? So we'll just move her around here. This softness, when I pick up, I want her to give that and not back up. I just want her to give vertically, okay? Wait for it right there when she just softens right there. Now if I want her to, I'll yield her hindquarters around here. I'll just ask her to step her butt around here for me so I can face the camera. And then I'll go ahead and back her up. I'm going to ask for vertical first, soften right there for me. Then I'll ask her to back up. Once I get her going with my body, see, I'm off of her face. I have nothing on her face and she's backing with my body. I release and she stops. Got a real nice light backup for me. And then I just want some vertical flexion right there, okay? That's all I want right there. Good girl. Squeeze her back up. Cool. I'll step her rear end around, so I want her to pivot on the front. Yield her hindquarters, release her. Good girl. Good girl. Ask her back the other way. Ask her that hindquarters. Good girl. Good girl. Now ask her to step that front end around. There's to the left. I'll ask her to step her front end around to her right. She's mistaken back up. I just push her back up. So sometimes, you know, they're not tuned in. They're not paying attention exactly what cue you're giving them, you know. And that's you just reset. You don't fly off the handle and overcorrect them. I'm just going to ask her here again. For some reason to the right, she's not listening to my cues. She's thinking I'm backing her up. So this time I'm going to help her with two hands to get her started here, right there. Now I'll go back to one hand and I'll ask her around. So for some reason to the right, she's resisting today or not paying attention. Okay, she did really good to the left there. Okay, so now she's just getting between the rails here, not paying attention. All right, so I'm going to ask her with two hands right here. I'm just going to help her. This is what I'm talking about. If she doesn't do what I ask, you know, I'll pick up with the second hand and help her out here. Now she did real good, a half a circle there. For whatever reason today, normally she's right on the mark and she's really paying attention. Here she comes, here she comes, here she comes. She needs to finish. Here she comes. There, good girl. So sometimes, you know, they're just like us. They have good days and bad days. Today, for some reason, she's a little bit resistant to the right. You can see she did pretty good to her left. That's just one of those things. But she knows a lot. She does real good. She's real soft and supple here. We'll move her out. Back her up here again. See, I'm totally off of her face. She's just nice and soft and nothing on her face. That's the way I like it. Okay, ask her off here. I got a small area here to work to stay in this camera, so every once in a while I might leave and come back on here. We'll just see what I end up doing. You can see she's really soft here. I'm just asking her to come around to the left. You can see that nose come down, even for an Arab, to get that head down and around and soft for me. That's a big deal a lot of times. Okay? I'm going to switch and ask her to the right here. And this is just really light right here. This isn't taking much, okay? Okay, I want to keep these short so there's not so much watching all at once, and so we'll kind of come in and out and keep these shorter. So nice light backup. You can see she's nice and got some vertical flexion. We yielded her hindquarters around. We yielded her, stepped her front end around, and just kind of some softening exercises there. You can just see she's just nice and soft, and just with little bits from me, just a suggestion with my body and just a suggestion with my hands. I'm not pulling her around. She's just wanting to come around there nice and soft. So we'll come back with some more.